Hey guys, WildHeart here, and today we'll do patch 14.15 rundown. As we can see in preview, there have been quite some things changed, including quite popular items, runes, and also what I'm personally most interested about, Leona getting nerfed. So yeah, let's check what I prepared for us in this patch. Updates to ranked restriction. We're testing a change to ranked restriction on the Korean server only. From 14.15 onwards, ranked restricted players are required to win 3 games rather than complete 5 games to recover access to ranked queue. Okay. Akali. W cooldown reduced at higher ranks. I mean, as far as I remember, you normally getting W maxed as your last spell, so you have your level 5 of W at level 18 normally. So it's kind of whatever, I think. Probably whatever, yeah. Perfect execution, initial damage. Initial damage is buffed. AP and AD ratios aren't changed at all. But yeah, early game is buffed, early game ulti is buffed, late game ulti is slightly nerfed. Second cast minimum damage is buffed, is just buffed by 10 damage. Second cast maximum damage. Yeah, it's buffed as well by 30 damage. Cooldown. Cooldown is nerfed. Cooldown is nerfed early on, but remains the same later on. I'm not sure what are they aiming with these changes. I'm not sure what is the intention. Let's read. Akali should be more powerful early when trying to dominate her lane opponent instead of waiting to scale. And once she does scale, we'd like if she was less reliant on her ultimate for succeeding in combat. Making her first ult more lethal should make her a better laner, whereas her late game ult base damage decreased somewhat pace for Twilight Shroud's improved cooldown. Yes, but like, let's be real, like, you don't really feel any difference for Twilight Shroud till level 13 or even 14, probably 13, yeah. So that's kind of whatever. Aurora. Base movement speed, it's slightly reduced, not much. Base movement speed per spirit, slightly reduced as well. Okay, I mean, it kinda makes sense. Because Aurora was fairly busted in the last patch. I mean, she was just released, so it's normal situation that she's a little bit overtuned. But yeah, you kinda want to adjust her. Twofold hex. Recast cooldown is reduced. That's cool. Q2 can no longer miss its original target. It could miss? Alright. W. Across the veil. So that's when she becomes invisible, okay. Cooldown is reduced. Invisibility breaking on auto attacks will now happen on launch of auto attack instead of pre-attack. Okay. E, the wording, dash speed plus 2x movement speed. So it's a buff, no? It should be buff. 150 plus what? So if your movement speed is higher than 325, it will be a buff. If it's lower than 325, it's a nerf. It sounds like a buff. Sounds like a buff to me. Their speed decreased, but it's a buff. It should be a buff, like, especially if your movement speed is above 400. It should be a buff that you might notice. Alright, Between worlds, 250, 375, 500 to 200. Alright, so that's just straight up a nerf. Flat damage is nerfed, scaling is nerfed. So yeah, overall Aurora is nerfed, but her E is slightly buffed. No biggie, no biggie. Aurelion, so cost per second is changed, it's increased once again. Wait, but he got some change on Q last patch as well. I think his ulti, his Q had mana cost increase again as well. Let's check. Aurelion Soul's changes last patch ended up making him stronger than we wanted to. So we're addressing that boost in power with some direct nerfs that ensure he doesn't spike too hard too quickly. Relying on stacking under duress to reach his maximal Star Dragon haste. Okay. Astral Flight. Slightly nerfed once again. Makes totally no sense at nerfing this spell. Like literally. Singularity mana cost is increased. So yeah, he's getting all around nerfs, but those nerfs are not like something that completely kills him. Cassiopeia, and at the same time you don't really want to pick Aurelion Sol on this meta of ADCs because they just outrange him, like what's the point? Cassiopeia. Base mana increased, mana growth reduced. Okay. So early game buff, but mana scales worse. Q mana cost is slightly reduced. Actually, that's not slightly, that's quite a bit. Quite a bit. Damage. Flat damage remains the same. Scaling is nerfed by 20%, and that sucks. That's a lot. It's actually a lot. Miasma mana cost is buffed. It costs less, but once again, you are not maxing Miasma. You are normal maxing Twin Fang into Noxious Blast, so it's not something that comes in power early on. Twin Fang mana cost is slightly reduced. I mean, for early game that's a lot. For early game that's something that Cassiopeia mains might be happy about, because basically every Force Fang will be free for you comparing to previous mana cost. Let's see the poison bonus damage. And scaling reduced as well. I mean, Cassiopeia is nice, but she's not broken. Like, why would you nerf her damage? She's very difficult to pilot. Like, yeah, she's very difficult to pilot her well. Like, despite those weaknesses, she's still holding her own. This patch are giving her the space to interact with her opponents more in lane, but taking down some of that eventual late game damage, since her road there is much smoother. That's true. I mean, later on she's indeed quite powerful, but these changes mana wise, like, they are not entirely resolving her problems. Like, she probably needs slightly more HP and slightly more armor to be stronger early on, and that would make more sense in nerfing her AP scalings. Otherwise, like, we are giving her 50 mana early on, and that's it. And we are taking her quite a bit of her late game power. I mean, even the slightest nerf or on her E scaling is a huge nerf for Cassiopeia, because that's like her main damage source. As well, Q damage decreased. Scaling, yeah, they only reduce the scaling. Flat damage remains the same, but scaling is reduced. I mean, Ezreal is nice, but he's mainly nice for solo lanes. I wouldn't say I've seen too many Ezreal players on ADC role recently. I've been only watching Ezreal's being played on mid lane recently. Aurelia, base health increased and health growth decreased. Wait, but they don't touch health growth. They nerf health regen. And that's quite a serious nerf on health regen. A very strong buff like 40 HP for Aurelia is very nice, but nerfing her health regen is kinda painful as well. Leona. That's one of those changes I've already seen in this patch. Honestly, that's not something that you should worry about, because the main reason why Leona is strong on higher tiers, and I believe she can be very efficient in lower tiers as well, is because she's very durable, her CC is nice, she's very solid blind pick, so she can be played with those nerfs. Like, yeah, those nerfs are not too great because you still want to do some damage with Leona, but it's not like canceling Leona at being the strongest support in the game now, so I am pretty sure she will remain as popular as she was. Because the main reason why they nerf her, as they say in patch notes, I mean in the description, is sudden impact plus blood song combination. You can play Leona without both, without sudden impact and without blood song. Like, she's very playable without those. You can play her with Aftershock and Inspiration Tree, so let's say with Biscuits and Hack Slash, and instead of Blood Song, you can take let's say Celestial Opposition. That way you'll be durable enough as well, so I see no problem there. Shyvana, E damage increased. Interesting, that's like the strongest spell Shyvana has, so let's see how they change it. Flat damage is just buffed strictly. Nothing special, but not bad as well. Scales of AD, I see. They buff AD scaling and reduce AP scaling, so AP Shyvana is not that broken, and they want to return AD Shyvana at least a little bit. But AD Shyvana is so dead, like literally the champion is dead. But maybe if AD scaling will be like 60%, she will be back. Because clearly, Shyvana as a champion has an insanely great scale of attack speed items, and you know, if you build like low-key Bruiser Shyvana with Blade of the Ruined King, she can be playable. She can be viable in certain situations. Arm power damage, 78. Wait, that's massive. That's actually massive. Wait. No fucking way, wait. So it equally scales of AD and AP now. So if I get things right, there's literally no point in building AP Shyvana anymore because AD is going to be fucking broken. I got to screenshot it. It's actually nuts. Arm power damage over time. Let's see scale. Wait, let's check the damage there. Flat damage is just buffed as well. But AD scaling is fucking crazy. It's actually crazy. So, I mean, overall Shyvana's damage will be lowered. I mean, the burst on her E, but if you go like AD build, like Bruiser build, you can be much stronger at doing objectives. You will be doing Barons, Dragons much faster, like much faster. And power damage over time, 30 to 60 based on level, plus 5% total AD, plus 10% AP. Now it's 30 to 60 based on level, same thing, plus 15% bonus AD. So it's not even the fact that Shyvana is getting nerfed, like AP Shyvana is not getting too many nerfs, like she's about to be the same as she was, but AD Shyvana is getting that many buffs that it's just stupid to play AP Shyvana now. It literally has no sense then. I wonder though if you build AD items, your Flame Breath, your E, might still deal magic damage though. So it will be like physical scaling with magic damage, if I get things right. Well, that's crazy. That's actually very powerful. Especially for Shyvana top lane. If people play Shyvana top lane, as they used to do, with some shit like Hydra, at least like 2 AD items in their build, like Hydra and Blade of the Ruined King, for example, or I don't know, like Hydra and Spear of Shojin. That's nuts. That's like actually wow. Skarner. Base health growth increased, Q mana cost decreased, in longer grabs targets behind Skarner. It wasn't grabbing the targets behind Skarner, what do you mean? I played Skarner quite a bit and it wasn't grabbing targets behind Skarner. Alright, anyways, health growth slightly buffed. Q mana cost reduced. That's nice because that's the main spell Skarner uses and he realistically needs to spam this spell, so mana cost reduction on this spell is always nice. The first attack after casting the spell should come out more quickly and smoothly without player intervention. Yes, that's great. That's such a great change because he's such a slow S champion when he uses his Q, so yeah, that's nice. That's nice. Silas, base armor increased, Q cooldown and explosion damage decreased, W heal ratio changed and damage decreased, E damage decreased. Alright, base armor is nice, it's actually nice. It's also indirect buff to Silas jungler at the same time. Cooldown on Q is quite nice, Explosion damage, I mean, minus 10 damage, whatever. AP scaling isn't too nice, but well, let's see what other changes he has. Healing is nerfed as well. Wait, plus 5% bonus health. But in theory, what health items Silas can build? Like rocket belt, maybe? Maybe Cosmic Drive? Because honestly, he's normally not getting any extra HP, he was just building AP items. Damage is nerfed on this spell as well. And on E as well. Wait, what? More like a skirmisher and less like an AP assassin. To that end, we're lowering AP ratios while preventing base damage and lowering cooldowns, all of which pushes Silas toward repeated casts, while in ability haste and durability overall, instead of maximizing AP per slot. On top of that, we're adding a bonus health ratio to W to further push him back to the HP AP items he used to enjoy back when mythics were a thing. Ideally, Silas should be extremely good in smaller numbered fights, as his healing should make him scary in skirmishes, while his outstealing should be what allows him to teamfight successfully. Alright, but seriously, what HP items he might build? Like, okay, Rod of Ages, maybe? Rod of Ages makes sense. Rod of Ages actually sounds nice for him, but quite difficult to imagine people will build Rod of Ages considering how much they were leaning towards other AP options during his past patches. Talon, Q dash now lands closer to target. That's cool, especially for Talon jungler, that's cool. Base AD increased, base attack speed bonus increased, double and hit damage decreased. Let's see. Base stats plus 2 AD. Not nice. I'm not really a big fan of idea of buffing Varus. This champion is already quite strong. Minion kill attack speed increased. Champion takedown 40% attack speed and 15% attack speed as attack damage. To 15% to 50% attack speed and 25% attack speed as attack damage and ability power. Champion takedown attack speed cap. Okay. I mean, given the buffs, this nerf is not even that painful. I think so. It shouldn't be even that painful. I mean, Varus is generally speaking a great champion. He is a very strong champion, so buffing him is a very risky game. It's very difficult to balance him. I'm not sure that if that's the right way. Honestly, I'm not sure if Varus has to receive any buffs now. Yasuo, base armor increased, E damage increased as well. I mean, base armor is nice. Base armor is always nice, especially for melee champs. Let's see what E has. Damage is kinda nice. Plus 30. Plus 30, 80 scaling remains the same. Bonus damage per stack, 15 to 25, 60 to 100% max, 25%. Huh. Well, that's not bad. That's not bad at all. Yon, Q damage increased, R cooldown increased at higher ranks. It's a nice nerf on his ulti. That's something I can tell right away because indeed, given the fact how strong his ulti and how impactful this ulti can be in certain situations, it's a good thing to nerf his cooldown on ulti. Damage on Q. I mean, plus 20 at level 5, but that's a spell that you use a lot. That's the main spell that you use. So you probably won't feel too much difference early on, but the longer the game goes, the more you will notice that. That's interesting. That's an interesting way to balance him. I love it. Yon change is very nice. Z. Wait. Q damage buff. Scale. Wait, but you buff flat damage but reduces scaling. Makes no sense. Desmark cooldown is nerfed as well. I mean, in later stages of the game, his cooldown is indeed dumb, but because he can ulti every like 40-30 seconds or something when he has his ability he is stacked. At the same time, I feel like his ulti is not that strong to nerf it, at least that way, because even in order to execute his ulti, he needs to hit his combo really well. So it's not a, it's not a brain dead combo like I don't know, like Malphite ulti or Ornn ultimate. It's not that one-sided to nerf it like that hard right away. Like 20 seconds. Not a big fan of this change. Probably nerfing it to 120, 110, and like probably changing the cooldown by 5 seconds would be more appropriate. I don't feel like it's the right change to do. Probably switching it like to, I don't know, let it be like 120 level 1, level 2 let it be, I don't know, 105 seconds, and level 3 let it be, I don't know, 90 seconds. Or not 90, I mean like 95, yeah. 90, 95, yeah, something like that. Actually, that makes sense. I mean, Zed is not weak champion, but at the same time it's not very strong champion. It's a champion with very high skill ceiling, so I'm very skeptic about buffing and nerfing this champion. You got to be very careful with this champion. Death Dance, armor plus 10. Nice. That's a very nice change. I love it totally. Hands down, that's the best change in this patch so far. Move speed on Kraken minus 2%, bringing down 80% effectiveness for ranged champions. Absolutely dumb change because this item was originally designed for ranged champions, so this is absolutely dumb change. Movement speed nerf, alright, we take it. 80% effectiveness for ranged champions, no, that's dumb. LDR, armor penetration is nerfed. I mean, probably that makes sense. Yeah, probably that makes sense. I have mixed feelings about that, but probably that has sense. Sealer Dominic Rukarski. When we adjusted LDR in the mid-patch, we pushed the armor penetration high now that it was no longer enough of a penalty to stack physical damage ADCs on a team. So we're walking its armor penetration back to its pre-patch value, which should still make it clearly good when the situation calls for it, but also bringing down the cap on pure physical damage teams. Meanwhile, more reminder was made strictly more powerful by gaining 5% crit chance, so we're dropping 5 AD. I mean, that's a nice change towards nerfing this meta of double and triple ADCs on the same team, so yeah. Static shift, same change as with Kraken, minus 2%, plus 100 gold. Cool. I'm totally up for it, like it's a great change. This item is too popular, and honestly, I don't like when such items like static shift are meta. I don't like having the items that help you to wave clear. I prefer wave clear to be a benefit that only a champion may bring. Like champions like Azir, like Orianna, like Sivir are normally supposed to be also considered as a pick due to their power in terms of wave clearing. But if you can just buy static shift for champs like Vayne, Kai'Sa, or Zeri as well, right, and completely remove their weakness in terms of wave clearing, I don't like it. I'm just against it. Storm Surge. Storm Raider bonus MS 25% for 2 seconds, 35% for 2 seconds. Okay, I guess. Squall ranged modifier 15%. Storm Surge is quite a bit less popular than Shadow Flame, and we think it should see more play. I mean, this item is literally never picked by anyone on my in my rank. Like literally in what, like 500-600 points on US I am now. Literally no one picks Storm Surge ever. So yeah. Cosmic Drive. Cosmic Drive is nice. Cosmic Drive is fucking hot. Like this item is very nice. Cosmic Drive is goated. Like 350 AP, crazy amount of movement speed. Cosmic Drive is great. Like this is an item that Sylas might build for sure. 400 HP for Rocket Belt. I feel like both of those items are targeting Sylas. Like they nerf Sylas and buffing those items at the same time to make Sylas more viable. Void Stuff. Yeah, we want to buff Void Stuff because Crypt Bloom is just too powerful, so we want to balance the market demand at least slightly. Magic Mantle cost 400, magic resist is slightly reduced. We're making a big change in nerfing tier 2 boots. In order to make that happen, we needed to tap down on Null Magic Mantle as well. Let's see. So they're more expensive. They're more expensive and give less magic resistance. That's interesting. That's interesting. Attack speed is reduced. Damn, that's such an interesting change with all the boots. Summoner spell haste reduction. I mean, are getting nerfed a bit over 100 gores of value, at the same time the nerf of the price, so that's like 200. Yeah, that makes sense. You don't want to nerf those too hard because they are good, but they're good for a reason, because they are cheap as well. Plated steel caps. They increase the... Yeah, I actually noticed yesterday when I was playing that plated steel caps, like tab ice, are so fucking expensive, it's crazy. So now what? Now we're supposed to like finish on previous items before going plated steel caps, right? Magic penetration is slightly reduced as well. Price is just increased. We're specifically not nerfing symbiotic souls as they are a little weak relative to other boot options. Yes, yes, they are. They are. If you champions may find themselves moving over a mover as a result of the other nerfs here. I mean, who in theory can use these boots? Leona? Probably yes. Probably yes. Who else? Blitzcrank? Probably yes, because these boots are nerfed as well. Pike? Absolutely. So Leona, Pike, Blitzcrank. Alistair? Probably no, because of E he needs extra movement speed that will not drop once you start the fight. Rel Nautilus? Probably not, because they need boots that will provide them with extra durability so they're not squishy. Leona can make up for her squishiness with W, so yeah. With sand. Wow. Wait, wow. Smoothing out, bro. You are buffing by more than twice. Smoothing out, bro. Like you're giving it. It was dealing 15. Now it deals 40. What do you mean smoothing out? You're just making the item broken comparing to other items. Abyssal Mask is fucking nice. I saw the preview to this item. It's just one of the most broken items this patch, especially if your team is heavily AP reliant, and especially if enemy team is starting to build magic resistance items. So this is a go-to item for this patch, that's for sure. Dark Harvest cooldown is reduced. On takedown reset timer is buffed. Cool. Fleet Footwork. I hope this rune is nerfed. Fleet Footwork is providing too much early safety, making champions. Yeah, it was nerfed, but I don't like the fact that people still keep picking it, so I want more nerfs on it. And it gets slight nerf for early stages of the game. That's cool, yeah. I'm worrying mostly for the early game. Alright. No, actually, such a great patch in terms of boots changes. That's very interesting. Also, distance change, very nice. I'm super happy about this patch. Well, yeah, that's such a great patch. It's crazy. Okay, guys, we're done for now. Thank you for watching. Hope you will win streak in this patch and get rank you want. And see you next patch. Have a nice day and good luck. Bye.